Perfect. Give him the spread. Hey everyone, ZeMnouS here, back with another comfy build, and today we got an extra juicy one. The almighty Doom Guy has appeared, aka our BG spread build, where we're gonna sit there and be utilizing spread to its fullest. Also be tanky as hell, because we're gonna sit there and put a shield on our HPG to sit there and give us some good old shots. With the changes to HPG and Monster Hunter Rise, we are going to sit there and have a really weird time, because it's not going to be your traditional just fire and shoot. Instead, it's going to be charge up and then shoot, charge up and then shoot. So you're always going to sit there and want to get your biggest amount of damage from charging it up. And on top of that, when you're sitting there and firing any rounds, you always just want to make sure you're firing it at max charge. It's going to sit there and give you the most amount of DPS possible. I don't know if it's like Greatsword and it sits there and does the whole, hey, by the way, we need to sit there and only charge to level 3, because if we charge to level 4, we're not getting enough damage. So, fair warning, and do keep that in mind. But this build is definitely going to utilize the fact that we have 5 rounds of spread level 3, and we're just going to sit there and constantly be in the monster's face, just tanking it away, blowing it up, or sitting there and walking in and becoming the Terminator and getting our target acquired, which is just overall just a great time. I definitely prefer Wyvern Heart versus Wyvern Snipe. Wyvern Snipe's definitely a much more comfier playstyle for those that sit there and like waking up the monster with a really big shot. On top of that, we do and are definitely using the fact of, hold on, the fact that we do have a little bit of extra movement. I would have loved to see a bit more movement per se, not so much of a slide from Monster Hunter Rise, but more so like the run from Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. That would have been a lot of great setup for certain other builds like Pierce and such. That would have just led to a very comfortable time. Also, whoops, I keep pressing the wrong button. It's been a while. Also, do keep in mind, we are going to definitely sit there and utilize the fact of our counter hit. So we are going to sit there and have big blasting damage potential from that when they sit there and try to hit us. With all that out of the way, sit there and show you what lies under the hood. For the HPG of choice, aka Heavy Bowgun, we are sitting there and using Reversal Barrage. This by far has felt great. 220 damage, 2 slots, and the fact that you can get your deviation to right mild, which you don't really care about, but the low recoil and the fast reload are what's going to be the bread and butter here. Having a fast reload while sitting there and being in that close of a range to a monster, and sitting there and having a low recoil means that you're going to be able to keep your positioning very solidly, and on top of that, reload those clips super fast. We are sitting there and using mods being the shield to sit there and be able to tank and block certain other attacks, so that way we can keep rocking and rolling. There is points to use tackle, but I definitely did not build this with tackle in mind. You keep in mind, since we are sitting there and caring about our fellow hunter, we are rocking defense boost level 2. This would be better for solo play, but there is statements for cluster effect level 2 for this Heavy Bowgun of choice, because of the simple fact that clusters do affect the hunter too much in multiplayer. It's definitely not a great idea to sit there and take. If you're running this build solo, however, clusters, great choice. You can sit there and set up so many traps and stuff where you might take a hit, but you're gonna sit there and pre-fire off a cluster. Like overall, it's just gonna be a solid time. Rachna Helm with two level 1 deco slots. We're sitting there and getting spread up level 1, reload speed level 1, and 2 levels of defense boost for some just great overall times. This is going to be how you get your spread and reload speed. Even though reload speed is a level 1 deco, we need the ability to sit there and get our spread up, so that way we increase our spread damage. The fact that they pretty much sat there and went, no, all shots are a level 3 deco slot, really hurts gunning overall. So we have to sit there and look to armor pieces and can no longer utilize just decoing it in. Rachna Male, a level 2 deco slot with a level 1 deco slot. We're sitting there and getting spread up level 1, reload speed level 1, attack boost level 1, recoil down level 1. This is overall as much of a staple as the Rachna Helm itself. Geratodus Vem braces. This monster, one, is a pain in the pain to sit there and hunt. 2, gives you such good deco availability with a level 3 deco slot, a level 2 deco slot, and a level 1 deco slot. Downside is it comes with no skills, but the great side is it becomes very flexible for those making mix sets that they just need level 1 pieces out of certain gems. Therefore, you can sit there and flex this in, giving us spread up level 1 out of the level 3 deco slot. The level 2 deco slot, we're sitting there and rocking attack boost level 1, and the level 1, of course, we're rocking some reload speed in those bad boys. Scalda S Waste, good old weakness exploit level 2. Not much more to say about this one, folks. Just a kind of staple if you need it to sit there and have level 2 weakness exploit and you don't have room in your talisman. Rathalos Greaves S, 2 level 1 deco slots. We're sitting there getting attack boost level 1, part breaker level 1, diversion level 1, and defense boost level 1. Diversion's in here mainly so that way you can keep countering the monster and getting those counter shots in, and try to keep it focused on you the whole entire time, since you are pretty much a walking tank. Being able to sit there, look at the monster, be essentially like Doom Guy with not only how this armor looks, but also this weapon sitting there and just constantly being the badass super shotgun. Doom Guy called. Get off my damn planet. Absolute Petalus, giving us more health is much obliged. We need as much health as physically possible, since we do sit there as a gunner take more damage than we would in melee, so definitely much obliged. Finally, the piece of resistance that we're sitting there and having is a recoil down level 2, part breaker level 2 slot, and 2 level 1 slots. For us, this is by far a very cheap talisman. I've seen this plenty of times. The difficulty you're gonna have is the slots, of course, but as long as you can get recoil down level 2, part breaker level 2, and a level 2 deco slot, literally the rest don't matter. Super juicy overall. For the final piece, we are sitting there and rocking 268 attack, 575 defense. I think this is by far the tankiest we've gone on the Comfy Build series. Definitely super solid, because we're gonna need it as being a close range gunner, where we're sitting there and constantly just staying at the monster's feet, looking up at his head the whole entire time. Switch skills, we're rocking melee attack, counter shot, and mechanic Wyvern Snipe, which this is supposed to be Wyvern Heart, but I'm 90% sure that's a typo on their part, cause yeah, I don't understand. The third one, we're just sitting there and making sure that we're giving good damage. You could sit there and use The other mech one for giving yourself healing throughout that time, I haven't playtested it personally. It could lead to a tankier overall build. For feeling wise and feeling even more comfortable, but I've been playing with just pure raw damage every time I sit there and engage Wyvern Heart, so overall just super juicy. The switch skill for melee attack is mainly here because like you don't want to sit there and have to shoulder tackle when you run up to a bush. You want to sit there, just walk up, hit it with the butt of your gun, have the Ademic life pop out, and continue on with your day. You don't want to sit there and be wasting shots into it when shots are very, very expensive. Finally, with this, we are getting defense boost level 5. Attack boost level 4, weakness exploit level 3, spread level 3, reload speed level 3, recoil down level 3, part breaker level 3, diversion level 1 for that overall juicy time. Do keep in mind, if you're sitting there and playing a multiplayer, you can be flinched with this, so keep in mind your distancing when fighting with other fellow hunters. But outside of that, this has definitely been a comfy time with this build. This build has led to tons of fun on stream, off stream. This is overall a great time. And with all that out of the way, hope you guys have a great day. Make sure to sit there, give a like, or even subscribe to the channel. And until next time, stay comfy. Time to capture you for experimentation.